had the window open to a different tab. I was working on something on our unit website.
Mech-Romance was very
it looks
strong.
like Gatlin already answered you, but yes, we are actually
Now, do you remember that movie
taking
that
recruits
had
all the time. We never shut off that. So
the guy that was
24/7,
Leonidas
365 days a year, we take
Spark
recruits.
in 300?
Just use that link that Gatlin posted. You can go in there, submit an application online, and we'll go ahead and approve it. That puts you in our
God, I can't think of
database
his damn name.
users,
I'm
and we'll
embedded.
send you an
Gerard
invite to the
Butler.
game.
Yeah.
Look forward to having you join
There
us.
was a movie where
Welcome to the stream,
the people were controlling living people in a game.
Yeah, gamer.
Yeah, gamer. That's it. That was pretty crazy.
Heard about that. That was who was in that? It wasn't Schwarzenegger or some other action guy.
No, it was Leonidas.
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
Oh, that's who it was. That's right.
Nightmare, you should try this build. From what I heard, it's pretty awesome for the K2.
Y'all can take a look at my
Dual heavy PPCs.
Ooh, I need to get my catapults back. I haven't had them since they wiped my account back in beta.
Ooh.
I
K2's
bought it back.
cheap.
my awesome
I got so many
looking
mechs to go through
rifleman. Told you I bought the rifleman for nostalgia, so I said, I'm gonna do the nostalgia look on it. What the hell?
Cool. All right, let's move to Fox 5 and Echo 5 group on the main platform there. Don't shoot each other yet.
Well, yeah, you might like the Legend Killer since you apparently like to brawl with your rifleman. It's an LB monster, LB-10 monster.
Oh, nice. They're great big shotguns.
Yep. I should have brought that out this round, let you seen it.
I don't like brawling, but I'll do it if I have to. If everybody else is like, "Oh, we don't want to get our mech scratched," I'm like, "Screw you guys," and I'll go and start just blazing away at everything.
Just sometimes set up a mech to brawl.
Don't shoot each other yet.
You'll enjoy it. Trust me. That's the most fun I've had in a while. That's the most fun I have in this game.
Okay.
I know that sounded a little weird, me trying to say that's fun because I like it. Ignore that. Move along.
Move along, boys.
This kid's making it weird again. I think
Nothing to see here.
So cool looking.
You didn't see anything.
If you want to have fun, what do you got there? Quad AC2s?
Oh, I forgot it's the Kaiju. That is perfect.
If you want to have a lot of fun with it, download the macro. It's just stupid. You do the same DPS, but just picture those AC2s firing chain fire, but much faster.
Oh my god.
And it's legal.
Or you can do it
PGI
like I
says
do
it's okay.
with my buttons. I don't use any macros and I do this.
Yeah, I don't use macros either.
I just use them for when I'm trolling, that's all. That's the only mech I really do that on. It's hilarious. And you can get a king crab with 6 AC2s on it.
Yep. Alrighty, Mahler can do that too. So, you guys had a question about the critting system, so we'll go over that real quick. Let's say that, let's back up. So, crits are only inflicted when your armor's gone from your mech. So, like, I'm looking at HP right now. He's got 100% health. Well, 98. He just damaged his legs. But, what's that
Who's beeping?
beeping noise?
I don't know.
Somebody just got an open mic. Anyway, so long as HP's armor is intact, I will deal no crit damage to him. Once his armor is open, however, then I can start dealing crit damage. What that means is his components, his internals are exposed, and when I shoot his exposed components, I'll deal whatever raw damage it is. In this case, for a single medium pulse, it's 6 points of damage. And then there's a chance to crit. And how the crits work is they are dice rolls in this game. You have a 25% chance to crit once on the first dice roll. I think it's a 15 or 16% chance on the second dice roll. And it's like a 4% chance on the third dice roll. So I like to use the AC-10 as a good analogy, because AC-10, being 10 points of damage is really easy for everybody to understand and to relate to. So let's say that, actually I'll use Boa. Boa, stand still.
I can't.
So let's say that
Boa's got ADHD.
Yeah.
Boa has a lot of components. He's got 1, 2,
I was
3.
constantly reversing.
What is that? 6 AC2s?
6 AC2s.
6 AC2s, 4. That was
4
4
ER
6.
small lasers.
Oh, I'm reading the AMS as an AC2. Never mind. 6 AC2s, 4 ER smalls, and AMS. He's got 11 components. So if I have an AC-10, and Boa's armor's weak. It's fixing to be completely gone. And I fire my AC-10 into his torso where the armor's weak and destroy all of his armor and trigger a crit. The crit will deal full damage. Now what that means is, let's say he has 5 points of armor. The AC-10 shell will deal 5 points to the armor, eliminating it. 5 points will transfer inward and damage his internal component.
Okay, so it does transfer like the tabletop game.
It does transfer, yes. So 5 points are exhausted on the armor, 5 points are exhausted on the internals. At that point, the game rolls a dice to find out if a crit was triggered. Let's say the first dice roll at 25% comes out to be positive. I trigger a one-hit crit. What that means is the AC-10 round then deals an additional 10 points of damage to a random internal component housed on that part of the structure. Even though only 5 transferred, it deals 10. Does that make sense? So that makes the crits very powerful because they're always dealing damage at full potential. Now, what I mean by to the individual component, let's say I shoot at the torso that's got, I don't know that build very well, but you've got 2 AC-2s in the right torso, is that right?
1 in each arm and 2 in each torso.
Okay, let's say I shoot his right torso, and this is where all of this occurs. So it randomly picks one of those AC-2s and deals 10 points of damage to it. It then takes a percentage, I'm not sure what the percentage is, I haven't found it yet on the forums, but it takes a certain percentage of that 10 points of crit damage and applies it to his structure in that torso. So you've now dealt 5 points of damage to the structure, 10 points of damage from the crit to an AC-2, and some 110 of the legs, 87 or something. Is that I don't know what your 87 something is, but
Sorry, I was using team chat.
oh, okay. So you deal 5 points of damage to the armor, 5 points of damage to the structure, 10 points of crit damage to his AC-2, and then a percentage of the 10 points, probably 1 or 2 points of damage, on top of the 5 points of damage to his structure. So you see how that can really get out of hand quickly. If you get 3 crits, a 25%, I think it's 16%, and then a 4%, you get triple crits. You're dealing 30 points of damage to that AC-2, which is enough to kill the AC-2. And then you're dealing a percentage of that, probably 5 or 6 points of damage to the internal structure and weakening it further. So that's why crits are very potent in this game. Now, certain weapons are better at critting than others. The Gauss rifle is a very good one for critting. Machine guns are very powerful crits.
Wait, didn't they reduce the crits on the Gauss rifle recently?
Yeah, it did get
they
reduced,
dropped
but
the
it's still
chance?
a fairly decent critter.
It does like
That
half
didn't
crit
sound
damage
right.
or something like that?
It what?
It does like half crit damage if it crits now or
I
something?
think so. So I got to go review that one. I haven't looked at it lately. But I think you're right. It got nerfed pretty heavily.
And then, like you were talking about machine guns and LBs are triple the chance to crit or something like that?
Yeah, they have a higher crit chance artificially. And because you shoot so much of them, each LB pellet, an LB...
Not meaning to step on your toes.
No, you're right. I was fixing to get to that, but you're good for calling it. Each LB pellet can trigger a full crit as well. So when you have all those LB pellets hitting, it's like having 5 separate opportunities for crits on that component at 25, 16, and 4 for each roll. So LBs and machine guns both are very, very powerful crit weapons. They call them crit seekers. And so in a nutshell, that's how crit works. Now, crits are very potent for killing ammunition.
One more thing.
Yeah.
Aren't AC2s crit seekers as well? They're like not as potent as LBs. I know they used to be, but I don't know if they still are.
I thought they got nerfed. I'd have to go double check that. They might still be. I'm not 100% sure. I hesitate to say one way or the other on them. Most weapons are not crit seekers. Certain weapons are. That's cool, Bella. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so when you have like a Gauss rifle or ammunition housed in a mech, if that gets critted, which means that you've dealt damage to the internals, it triggered a critical hit, and the critical hit dealt damage to that ammunition or Gauss rifle, it will explode. Gauss rifle ammo does not explode, but the Gauss rifle itself explodes, and it will register as an ammo explosion. So if you're packing a Gauss rifle with no explosive ammo, and you get an ammo explosion that kills you, and it says you've died ammo explosion, it's because the Gauss rifle exploded. There was no ammo that detonated it. It's confusing. PGI knows about it. They've just been too lazy to fix the text.
Don't got to worry about it on Clan Mix.
Yeah. So then back to what you asked earlier about damage transference. So if you, like I said, if you shoot a piece of armor, like let's pretend that Boa's armor has been worn down from 110 down to 5, and I shoot it with an AC-10, 5 points are wasted on the armor, 5 points will transfer inward. Now let's say that it's his structure now. Let's say his internal structure is badly damaged, and it's the same torso. Let's say I shoot it with the AC-10 and it's the same thing. Let's say it's 5 points of damage left in his right torso. The AC-10 will take 5 points of its damage, destroy his right torso, and the remaining 5 points of damage will travel inwards to his center torso.
Okay.
This holds true for every component. All your damage travels inward to the CT. If you lose a leg, and let's say you have an ammo explosion in your leg, the massive amount of damage that is triggered will destroy the leg, transfer upwards into the side torso that the leg connects to. If there's enough damage to destroy the side torso, it will then trigger inwards to the center torso and then possibly destroy your center torso.
Oh, speaking of CT, I want to tell him something as well. Turn around, Nightmare. Let him see you back. If you're shooting, don't spin around.
I don't know where you're at.
Stop. All right. If you're shooting somebody from behind and they're trying to do a torso twist or anything, even from the front, there's one part they can't twist. See that nasty, stanky mech ass right there?
All right.
That's CT.
Ooh.
So.
Right on.
Yeah, that's true.
We call it the diaper.
I have a warning label on mine.
That's how that little bastard got me from behind. Okay.
You do have a warning label.
I think I should have it. I don't know if I have remembered to put it on.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
What does it say?
Caution, jump jet thrust.
Oh shit.
Okay, so I think that covers most of that. Oh, case. The case, C-A-S-E, you'll see it listed. I forget what it stands for. But basically, it's an acronym, and it costs a half ton for the inner sphere. The clans get it automatically. And it will stop ammo explosions from transferring to the next component. So if your Gauss, your ammo explodes, you still lose the component, but it won't travel inwards to your CT. So if you have ammo or something in a place that's likely to be destroyed, you want to put case there to keep it from being detonated.
Now, do you have to get a case for every ton of ammo, or
no, just that component?
Just one case for the component.
Cool.
Now,
like
to go along with
clans, like you said, with clans, each component automatically has case. It doesn't count towards your weight or anything. It's just there.
It's kind of a cheap.
Yeah, I did notice the Jaeger came with a case on its side torsos.
Yeah, probably because the stock Jaeger had ammo on the side torsos.
I personally don't worry about it most of the time.
Case is one of those things, there's really not a lot of reason to use it unless you run a mech that has a very, very, very high volume.
Heavy Gauss!
Do what?
Sorry. Heavy Gauss.
Oh yeah, if you have a Gauss rifle, put case with a Gauss rifle.
Of course, I got 2.5 tons of ammo in each torso.
Yeah.
Oh, you're fine.
So, do you have any ammo in your legs?
Put it in your leg. Yeah, put it in your legs.
All right, I would take the ammo out of your torsos, put it in your legs.
Or your cockpit, or your CT.
And your cockpit,
depending on what kind of hard points you got.
And here's the reason why. Most pilots will not shoot your legs, and the chance of being cockpitted is very, very, very small. So most pilots put it in the head and in the legs because those are the least likely areas that will be destroyed. Most people shoot for the three torsos. Some will shoot arms, but most shoot the 3 torsos.
So I was thinking of putting the ammo for my weapon, since I only have the autocannons in the arms, just putting it in the arms.
Nah, a lot of people shoot arms on the Jaegers because they're weak. You put it in the arms, it can get crazy. I've killed a lot of mechs, catapults and Jaegers especially, that stored ammo in the arms.
I mean, if you don't have any other choice, I wouldn't say any more than 1 ton of ammo if you have to put it in the arm. But I like you said, I try and avoid it. Unless like, let's say I've got a Gauss rifle, you can crit pad the Gauss rifle with the ammo. So
Well, that means, remember what I said, that it will randomly pick a component to damage?
yeah,
Right.
So since Gauss rifle ammo doesn't detonate, the Gauss rifle itself detonates. If you take your Gauss ammo and stack it in the same component as the Gauss rifle, you increase the chance of, or you decrease the chance, I should say, of the Gauss rifle being critted by increasing the number of components available for selection when the crit is rolled. So that's called crit padding. So if you have stuff that has a high chance of being critted, like ammunition or a Gauss rifle, you want to stack your heat sinks, you want to stack your Gauss ammo, you want to stack anything that won't damage your mech if it's destroyed with that explosive item. And
Right, that's
you want to
why
crit pad it.
That's why I put two double heat sinks in each torso.
That's good
Yeah.
crit padding for the ammo.
Which is, sorry, let me just real quick. What with the padding with the heat sinks, a lot of engines have slots for heat sinks.
Yes.
I would say don't put them in there until you filled up every available area outside of your mech that you want to keep together with the heat sinks, and then put them in the engine last.
Putting
so
heat
you can
sinks
pad
in
like
the
that.
engine does not offer any bonuses to your cooling. I used to
It
think,
just gives you the extra space.
yeah, I used to think, ooh, I have an XL400, I can put 6 heat sinks in the engine, and because your double heat sinks give you 1.4 cooling outside the engine, and they give you 2.0 inside. So I used to think if I put my 6 heat sinks inside the XL400, I was getting 2.0 cooling. That's not true. The only ones giving 2.0 cooling are the heat sinks that are physically in the engine that you can't see or manipulate. Any extra heat
The 10
sinks,
that come with the engine.
exactly. Any extra heat sinks that you personally add to the mech only do 1.4 regardless of where they are put. So even if I put them in the engine, they're still 1.4. So that's why he's saying add them everywhere, then put them in the engine. You want to crit pad wherever you can, and then put them in the engine last.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
didn't even
a
know
good
you could
tactic.
put them in the engine because the old school, like I said, the old school tabletop thing was heat sinks are extra. You can't put any in the engine. So I didn't even think that way.
It's just certain engines. What is it? 325 and up get the extra slots, I think.
Oh
Something
wow.
like that. We've got 2 minutes left, so if you guys want, we'll spar real quick, and then we can drop in another lobby.
Spar. Well, I'm dead.
Well, not necessarily.
So yeah, what do you think? What do you think of this?
Oh, Nightmare, you bitch.
So what do you guys think of this paint job?
Are you gonna shoot me, Iski, when they were on the same
No,
team?
I didn't shoot you.
Is that what you're trying to do? Get in my flank? I think the
No,
paint
there
jobs
was
are
a
cool.
rifleman just standing there, and he was like, shoot me.
Your leg armor, AJ, is very thin.
I'm still trying to figure out these freaking heavy PPCs. Did those not hit you? Yeah, those aren't registered. Hold on. Time out. Time out. Time out.
Are you using
What
heavy
kind of
gauss?
PPCs are you using?
No,
They have a
I'm
minimum
using-
range.
Oh, the heavy PPC have a minimum?
Yeah,
I'm
I think
using
so.
that gauss.
Oh, shit. Okay, continue. Get away from me, you bastard. I can outrun you.
So in other words, if you hug Iska, this is a good example. Certain weapons have minimum range. If you're inside the minimum range, they deal no damage. In this case, if you guys get close to Iska, he won't be able to hurt you.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
Oops, I missed.
Nightmare? No, you did that on purpose.
I missed. I was trying to hit AJ, and my mech gyro is damaged. It staggered.
I'm
stumbled.
sure.
Honest mistake.
I'll whiff that shot.
Oh, my gyro is acting up again. Somebody hacked my mech. I can't control it. Run, Iska.
that
I
was
can't
me.
control it. Save yourself.
Heat level.
Somebody Somebody very skillful has hacked my mag. You know, just went to torso twist and everything.
You're garbage. Human garbage.
Oh no! Quickly, Iska, now end it! I'm trying to wrest control of... Nope, it's too late. It's powered back up. Run, Iska, run! I got control of it again. I'm moving it away from the battle. Just between you two now. Oh, AJ's legged and limbed. Poor AJ. Oh, timing out. I don't know what happened there in the middle. That's gotta be a
He didn't bring it up, but did you see while you guys were shooting me? I was just spinning like a fucking madman.
Yeah.
Twisting. Spread that
publish
damage.
match stats. What does that do?
Yeah, that's a new thing for tournament arrangers.
We probably don't want to
So
publish.
they can
tests.
use
We're goofing
websites
around.
for the stats.
Yeah.
I would say no.
If they're shooting at you with something that's not pinpoint, twist it. Because if they're hitting you with galls, there's really not much you can do with it other than give them the component you don't care if you lose.
Right.
Which is what I did. Well, that's what the hacker did with Iskram. When he was shooting heavy PPCs at my Thunderbolt that had been hacked. He was twisting it to shield with the left torso.
I think it might have been
I blame Russia or Iran.
When you shoot lasers, you have to keep them on the target as long as
Yeah,
the line stays on screen.
You see how I was having trouble tracking Iscus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that's why I like the AC5 Ultras, because it's like boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wasting ammo all over the place.
If you guys
It
ready
kind
up,
of
we'll
looked
drop
like
again.
you were using. Are you using a joystick perhaps, or?
A who?
Yeah.
Targeting
He was
computer?
asking if you use a joystick.
Yeah,
was
I use
it?
trackball.
Okay. That's expensive.
That's why.
Yeah.
This game is really designed for mouse and keyboard. Not to say you can't use trackball or joystick. I know people who do that really enjoy that.
I have to go apply a camo.
A lot of this game, believe it or not,
Invite me back.
is
Alright, see you later,
figuring out, a lot of this game is, believe it or not, figuring out your sensitivity on your mouse.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask
He
next.
felt tentative.
Because I've got mine currently set to 0.7.
Okay, so what does smooth do?
I'm really not sure.
Smooth.
Everybody I've asked is like, I
It
don't
adds
know.
acceleration to your mouse, to your cursor speed. Basically, it slows it down in the beginning and it speeds up as you move.
Oh. I don't want that.
No, you want to be a
usually
constant
good
speed in
for
this
people who
game.
use trackballs. Damn it. It's usually good when for people who use trackballs because it allows them to make fine movements.
I see what you're
But
saying, yeah.
personally, I hate it.
What I do is I have a mouse that has 4 sensitivity settings,
Right?
and I really only use 2 of them because you want to keep your sensitivity fairly low in this game for the finesse. So I use one when I'm fighting, and then when I hit my advanced zoom to make long range shots, I bump it down to my bottom level of sensitivity so I have the max long range finesse I can get.
So smooth is for trackballs.
But it is,
A pain.
it's a pain.
So I should just turn that off.
It's like somebody's added brakes to your cursor speed.
Oh.
And an acceleration too.
I've got acceleration
Brakes, then it
at
jumps,
0.
it brakes, then it jumps. So you're going to
That's-
be having trouble catching up, then you're just going to speed up, you're going to overshoot him.
That's okay. I had my smooth up to like 5. A 0.5. So
Yeah,
that's-
drop that to the basement.
and I have no acceleration on the mouse, and I've got my sensitivity at 0.5. So
Sounds
that
good. Let me see what
that
I've
should
got.
smooth it out a little bit.
Yeah, I've got 0 smooth, my sensitivity is on a 0.1.
Okay, see how that works for me.
Anything lower than 0.7 is just too damn slow for me.
Well, what happened is my mouse came with custom software, and I had it all set up on my old computer fine. I had about a 0.5 sensitivity on my mouse settings. But when I put it all on the new computer, somehow, well, I don't know, somehow it got messed up. And so the mouse program has kind of overridden the game program, and they don't like each other. So in order to fix it, I had to drop my sensitivity on my mouse pretty much all the way down in game, so that really only the mouse programming was in effect. And then I went to the mouse programming and tweaked it there.
See, because I knew there was something going on. Because you can ask Winters. I'm not that bad a shot. I mean, I would be like with my Tiger 2 and World of Tanks, I'd be just bullseyeing people on the move.
Cool.
So it was with my Tiger 2, I had the 125.
We'll do the same thing again. We'll head for the center platform. I don't know why I typed all these W's. And we'll group up there, and then we'll go over some more stuff. One more thing I wanted to cover when we were talking about ammo and explosions and all that. Mm-hmm. Ammunition feeds out of certain components in this game ahead of others. There's a feeding priority, so to speak. So, for example, it feeds out of the head first. So let's say you put a ton of ammo in every component on your body. How would it feed? It'd come out of the head first. Then it would come out of your center torso. Then your right torso. Then your left torso. Then I think it's the right arm, then the left arm, the right leg, then the left leg.
Oh, hey, Nightmare, check out the paint job.
Sure. Oh, I like it.